Read your books or learning guides before the class starts to get a heads up of the lesson, so you can be active and participate in class. If you're lucky, the teacher may sometimes give plus points or incentives for answered questions. Remember that every point matters. This mindset will help motivate you to study more. Always take notes during classes so you can write down important details that your teacher gives which are not available in your books or modules. By this, you're learning more information outside the limit of your learning guides. When creating your own reviewers, you'd be more familiar with the information you've taken down rather than when using someone else's reviewer. This means that you can memorize easily because you've already seen that specific area when you were making the reviewer. Highlight the important phrases or terms you need to memorize. Highlighting also helps you remember these terms because you've already read them while finding the things you need to highlight. With this method, you can easily identify the things you need to focus on, especially if you have a lot of things to study. Read the reviewer you made before and after further studying its contents. Pre-reading makes you more familiar with the topics, and post-reading helps you remember the overall lesson. You can also read your reviewer before the actual quiz or exam starts, just to get a quick recap of everything you studied. It's hard to memorize a lot of terms and information you need, especially when you try to memorize them all at once. Instead, you should divide them into portions and memorize the content of each portion individually. Reading the contents aloud rather than reading them in your head also helps you remember them more. Gizmo is a study app for active recalls, flashcards, and AI tutors. This app really helped me memorize phrases and be more familiar with the content. Simply upload the reviewer you made to generate flashcards and you can start studying. I usually make my reviewers in Google Docs or Microsoft Word, so I can easily import them to Gizmo. After you've memorized or studied your lessons, write down all the information you can remember on a piece of paper. This helps you remember everything you've studied and identify the points you need to study more if you forget what to write. After that, compare your notes with your reviewers to check if the information is correct. Scan your learning guides and find some points that you cannot understand. During class, don't be shy to ask questions. If you can't help it, list down the question you have and do some research at home. This will widen your knowledge a lot more. Study when you can. Don't pull all-nighters so you can get enough sleep for your exams. A good sleep helps with your overall performance and helps your brain digest all the information you studied. Don't pressure yourself and practice little by little.